Happy Sunday, everybody. Steve Ritter here. I wanted to talk today from Psalms 139. And I was thinking the other day about God and how much He knows us and loves us. And I hope this is an encouragement to you as it was to me when I read it. So I'm reading from Psalms 139, start with verse 1. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame is not hidden from you. When I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. So you read that, and most of us, they talk about that a lot, about how we're all three people. We're all who we think we are, and then there's the person who others see and think, and then there's who you really are, right? I believe that God knows us better than we know ourselves. And I think that we get down on ourselves and we look at ourselves and we're like, oh, I've just, and I think most people do. Most people criticize and are down on themselves and think little of themselves. And, as I read this and see, and God knows everything about us and everything about you. And the beautiful thing is and it's not. I mean, it's most people are. You get a little scared when you start, or dating somebody or you get married, and then the more they find out about you and see, and most people are afraid that people are gonna see the real me and get scared or whatever. Um, I read a book last year, Truman, by David McCullough, and I was reading. It's a biography about Harry S. Truman, and there's one section in there I always remembered, and it was from the that famous picture, with Truman holding up, Dewey defeats Truman, and when he won the 1948 election, and he overcame all that. Dewey was a shoo-in, and I never really knew that. Always see that, oh, they kind of got it wrong. Well, Dewey was like a lock. I mean, the newspapers, the news, everybody was full on for Dewey. The guy was a Republican. I think he was a senator from New York, and he was a lock. He was a shoo-in. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion that Dewey was going to defeat Truman, and a lot of people wrote that way, and it was biased media. I guess it was fake news then too. Anyway, but the funny thing is the longer the more he campaigned, Dewey started losing ground, and Truman had been tied up with some things going on and all that, and he got out and started campaigning, and the more he campaigned, the more momentum he picked up, and Truman ended up winning. And some newspapers had one writer in particular said, how could we have not seen this? Because he traveled with Truman, and like the guy's was like a rock star. I mean, he just he won people over because he was genuine. And Dewey, and this is the quote, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but there was one particular New York state senator's wife or something that knew Dewey. And the quote in the book was basically, to paraphrase, was Dewey, people, the more people got to know him, the less they liked him. And so I think most people I just thought that was clever and funny, but I think most people kind of feel that way. Like the more you get to know somebody, and that's why people kind of guard and hide themselves, because they're afraid that, if somebody really gets to know me, they're not going to like me, so they put up this facade or whatever. God sees right through that. But here's the thing, I think, is that God sees you and sees who you are, and he still loves you. Right? So he sees everything in here. As you read this Psalm 139, 1 through 18, he knows you better than anybody, and he loves you. So I hope this was an encouragement. You got a little bit of history lesson too. An encouragement, a little bit of history. That's a good day. So only thing we're missing is some apple dump cake or something right now. But anyway, maybe I'll have snacks next time. So I hope you have a blessed Sunday, and I hope this was a blessing to you like it is to me. So take care.